Let us now see what Mr. Chris Hart, a U.S. management professional, has to say on this subject.
Hi, this is Chris Hart, business consultant and author of Bob, the Business Operations Blueprint. You're about to view a clip from the Bob Goals and Objectives chapter. We will be discussing the powerful effect of documenting your goals and objectives so that they can guide the daily activities of every team member in your organization. As you see on the Bob model here, the goals and objectives are up in his upper pectoral region there. And we're going to talk about goals and objectives, what use they are to our organization, how powerful they can be. But as we go through every element of Bob, we're going to talk about how the different components relate to each other. So let's go ahead and dive in here, and let's talk about why have goals and objectives in the first place. Whenever I go in and start working with a client, every one of them says, oh, I've definitely got goals and objectives. And I say, well, do you have them written down, or are they posted anywhere? No, they're all in my head. And I said, well, do you think your team understands what those goals and objectives that you have are? Oh, I'm sure they pretty well know what I want around here. Well, as you, I'm sure, have experienced, and as you could probably guess, that's usually not the case. So what we want to do is we want to document these, and we want them to be guiding principles that help us accomplish specific things. The goals and objectives define what your organization will become. In other words, we don't want to be the same tomorrow as we are today. And very importantly is they determine a timeline for the things that you need to do. Instead of just like, well, you know, one day we're going to get around to opening another branch. Well, we all know how that goes. Often one day never comes. The goals and objectives also define a target for all team members to aim toward. And they give all of the participants a sense of direction, a vision of where they're heading. And this is very important. This is when people are informed and they have ownership of what the process is, then they're always more productive. So a happy team is a very productive team, and we want to inform our team, and we want to look organized. We want to be organized. We want to have a clearly defined direction on where we're going with our organization. Now, another important point here on this next bullet is goals and objectives allow a team to know that they were successful in an action or a project. Perhaps you've been on a project like I have, and we work really hard, and the deadline comes and we finish, and then you just, move on to the next project or the next emergency. And you never really have any criteria for deciding if you were successful or not, or if we accomplished what we meant to. We know it's a lot of hard work, but, did we hit the nail on the head on that one, or did we miss? And then, once you know if you were successful or not, goals and objectives can help you to specify rewards for your leaders. And we know when they have rewards out there, when the carrot's on the stick, people can become highly motivated and want to go the extra mile for you. Oftentimes, goals and objectives are used interchangeably. Well, they're two completely different things with very overlapping scopes. So let's go to the dictionary here and get a really good definition on goal and objective. A goal is the end result or achievement toward which effort is directed. And as we know from our sports, it's the finish line of a race, or in football where you're taking the ball to. Now, an objective is a specific statement of a desired short-term condition or achievement. This includes measurable end results to be accomplished by specific teams or individuals within time limits. So the goal is where we're going towards, and the objective is a very specific set of directives to get us there.